What's up, YouTube? Shockaboyob.
Slow motion 53. I gotta yell that because it's all caps.
Yeah, all caps.
Slow motion!
This is the long-awaited episode 9 of hutstight. All kinds of new beer on deck, as you can see. We got the
gobbler,
the gaggler,
the gaggler.
Whatever it's called. We got this full of. It's called Fruit with 5 O's, 2 U's. So we're gonna try that maybe later. We got a lot out here. We don't know what we're gonna get into.
A Blue Moon Mango Wheat.
Blue Moon Mango Wheat.
This Rheingeist Cougar Blonde Ale. Shout out to John Cougar Mellencamp. That's from Cincinnati. I bought all these beers, didn't realize that they're all made. Well, not these ones, but these ones are all made within a few hours of us here. Dark Horse Scary Jesus Rockstar. See the picture on that? It's Jesus. Okay, so that probably tastes good.
Jesus Christ.
Gringolandia Ironica IPA, 6.66% alcohol. Fucking Bedford Park, Illinois. Mosaic Moon from Mad Anthony's. Fucking giveaway where we live at. And Three Floyd's Space Station Middle Finger, which is in Indiana too. So I don't give a fuck. Let's fucking drink some beers. But yeah, as it seems like every 2 weeks when we do this, we have a fucking huge buffet of shit of cards and competitive seasons and shit that comes out that day.
Which is good because it gives us a ton to talk about. So
it always comes out the day of too. Yeah. It's like scrambling to fucking figure it all out.
Yeah, we somehow got this in sync with all the info. So where do you want to begin? Get on with these legends since they're pretty much. I mean, the flavor of the legend release was cool because everyone likes seeing, especially. I think it was just a couple weeks ago we were talking about how we missed Bobby Hull.
I swear we were just talking about that in a party the other day about.
Yeah.
I used Bobby Hull at defense last year, and I hate using forwards at defense, and he was so tight at defense somehow. But so yeah, Bobby Hull card. I haven't even seen the advanced stats on it. Probably
he's a little slow, but he's pretty stacked offensively elsewhere.
Doesn't seem like maybe as good as it was last year. Cheers. Hopefully this beer's tight. It's got a tight name at least. Tastes like a cookie or something. It tastes like a fucking cookie.
It doesn't have like.
It tastes like a.
I'm glad it doesn't. I was assuming as soon as I tasted it, I thought it was gonna have like a bad aftertaste. It was like really crispy.
Yeah,
it almost tastes like a chocolate. Yeah, like a chocolate chip cookie or like a brownie or something.
Yeah, it's weird. Something. It's supposed to be apricot chamomile holy water flavored pale ale. Fucking
not bad.
Scary Jesus Rockstar. It's pretty good. But probably better than that Bobby Hull card. But yeah, they released an unultimate Chelios, Kimo Timonen, and a Jeff O'Neill.
Which, my opinion, real quick, of the Chelios, I have him on my team, but I have not played a game yet.
Is he playing center by any chance?
No, only on the penalty kill. No, I'm assuming because there are some like hidden gems when it comes to. Like their stats are kind of ugly, but in game they're nice.
Or some people just fit with the way you play, and it doesn't make sense. It just works out.
Yeah, so I paired him up with Base Niedermeyer on my second pairing, and I'm hoping, that's going to be a good pair.
You got the unultimate pair.
Yeah, the unultimate.
The unultimate.
Hey, I'm bluffing people because when that pair comes out, this guy has all the fucking ultimate legends.
Who did I say that I was gonna? Who was I gonna bluff somebody with? The base Mike Green.
The base Mike Green.
Yeah, when the by the way, we had 3 flashbacks in the last 2 weeks, which is the first time that's happened. But I was looking for that Mike Green, and there was none on the market. I had already sold my defenseman he was replacing, so I just jokingly said I was going to buy base Mike Green and make people think I had the flashback, which I still have not.
If they respect his shot enough, it might work.
Yeah. So yeah, the last 3 weeks we only got the one weird one. We got the Sittler, which was on the exact day of the anniversary of his 10-point game. Which I haven't had any 10-point games with him, but I've been using him since like the day he came out, and it's pretty tight.
I hate when players don't have helmets.
He wears a helmet during the fucking podcast, so obviously he loves wearing helmets.
If his hair wasn't so goddamn messy and shit, his hair just
hair's
sucks.
tight as fuck.
It's not even like, I don't know.
It's the graphics. It's EA is fucking it up. It's just a fucking stupid looking Donald Trump
like
fucking
flow.
wig,
Yeah,
looking
like,
fucking fake bullshit.
Yeah.
But it looks tight. I think it's intimidating. A little intimidating. It looks like a bush, some shrubbery on top of his head. It's not even flow when it doesn't flow. But other than that, the Mike Green, pretty good offensive defenseman. My right D is pretty much set right now. And then a TJ Oshie that came out today that you put on the team.
Yeah, he's on my team because I always struggle to get Dangler's own. He's got 2 to Dangler's own, and actually, because I haven't had an Oshie on my team in I don't know how long, but probably
since last year.
No, probably
2 years ago.
I remember back when he was like on the Blues, he had like some good cards would come out. Like I remember he would get some high team of the weeks and stuff, but he doesn't really get that.
Yeah, that had to be 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember when he got traded, but
yeah. So
back when
it's been a while. I kind of forgot he was right-handed. So
back when like a fucking 90 or something, 91 overall team of the week card was a pretty good card. And,
when the ratings were up higher and stuff.
So yeah, those flashbacks. We don't have anything else on those legends, right? I don't know what the fuck they did with them, but they exactly copied some of the legends cards to the other cards. Complete with I think they said that Chelios and Timonen both have Jari Kurri's stats exactly, complete with 90 faceoffs and everything, which is weird. I don't know if they're gonna fix that.
I don't think they do though.
Yeah, I don't know. It might just be a glitch or something. I don't know what
because I've seen the Chelios advanced stats and I'm pretty sure they're not the Jari Kurri stats. I mean the 90 faceoffs is a bit that's skeptical, but
yeah.
But also one thing about the flashbacks is because now all the other inform cards have bumped up to 3 synergies, but it's worth noting the flashbacks have bumped up to 4 now. So those are becoming like better and better cards every week.
Don't the because now the team of the weeks have
3. Stars of the month had 3. Evos have always had 3.
Right,
but the flashbacks now have 4, starting with Sittler. Sittler was the first one with 4 synergies,
and he's tight.
So.
His one synergy is just his hair flowing. It's just an H synergy.
It's HS.
Human hair shampoo or something. He fucking wash it, whatever. So yeah, other than that, what else came out today? The trade deadline, competitive seasons. So much to take in on that. Trade deadline, competitive seasons, which is the actual regular, normal competitive seasons,
right? As
you know it and love it or hate it. Before.
Love it.
And then also the Hut Champions thing that I texted you about this morning because I saw it popping up on Reddit early today. Hut Champions, I'm
really excited.
If you want to cry about something,
yeah.
Reddit was a absolute crying emoji fest today.
Where are we going next?
Whatever.
Is this it?
Probably. It's Blue Moon.
I don't remember buy Blue Moons, but
so yeah, Hut Champions, which on paper seems to be like something that's going to be more competitive. Isn't that what I said? CS with more C.
Yeah.
That's on paper. That's what it's going to be. We'll see how it goes. It's the first time. Fuck yeah. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see how competitive it is, but you need to. It's fucking fucking pour it in there. Right. It smells like my dick. I'll leave that up to your imagination.
What I'm excited for it about is just like honestly, just the grind to try to qualify is cool to me because I'm one of those players that's probably more on the outside looking in on that group. But one thing that I do want to note is, I don't know if you've noticed, there's 3 qualifiers this week, and then the actual Hut Champions Season 1 is this weekend. Or, next Friday is when it starts. Or, yeah, you have to be qualified by next Friday at 5 p.m. But the thing is, I want to know is these 3, we call them grinders, when you got to grind into the top 1250 to make the cut. Anyone that already has the qualification, like the qualifying collectible, can't play in that. So every day, 1,250 players are qualified, plus the people that are winning Div 1.
Are they 2-day qualifiers?
This one was like 2 days and some hours, so I think they're 3 by the time I actually checked, or something like that. So I'm excited just to go for it and try to qualify, and then if it's not your cup of tea, there's always the regular comp seasons going on too.
Which people had said that might be easier because there's a 40 game max on these actual Hut Champions ones, and that's a lot of games in a weekend.
Yeah.
So, and you can, it would be better for you to probably just play all 40 of them if you're going to try and get one of those big time, with like a 99 Pavel Bure at number 1 and, on down. Right. Lots of coins up for grabs, lots of packs.
Ultimate packs.
Yeah, lots of stuff up for grabs.
Choice of 10 random EVOs, 90 plus.
Like. If you think about it, really, I didn't really think about this until you were just talking about that, is that each qualifier is going to have 1,250 people.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, anybody who wins a Division 1 title during this qualifying period gets one. So there's going to be upward like 4,000 or more people in this to begin with.
Yeah.
So while you're complaining about being something above your level, if you're a top 4,000 competitive season player or you're in Division 1 or 2, it's probably worth playing it.
Yeah. It probably is your level,
right?
You're just not sure.
Yeah,
like I pretty much know where I stand. I know I probably beat some players I shouldn't beat sometimes, but
that's hockey.
For the most part, I get beat by those players, but I'm still gonna. I always try to grind and get as far as I can. So that's
so
the point of the game.
Quit crying about it. Basically, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Don't cry about it. Go qualify for it. Fucking stop talking about how much you hate the game and fucking go qualify for this. Go try to win you a little fucking, even if it's a little, whatever, a couple little packs here and there.
Right. Even 500 and up. So if you don't get in the top 500 of the championship, everyone gets an ultimate pack, at least. So if you qualify and you have to play 5 games at least to rank. So if you qualify and play your 5 games, you get an ultimate pack, which is 40 gold rare players. So,
40 gold rare players.
So you save that boy for team of the year. You're in business.
Or if you're like me and you can't fucking, you've got the little itch going when you see the fucking unopened packs thing pop up there, and you fucking crack that bitch open right now and pull a couple of fucking Ruby Paciorettys and whatnot, quick sell value cards that look like they're not quick sell value.
There's really no reason to complain about it anyway, because they still have the regular comp seasons if it's not for you. It's not like there's just no comp season. There's still a regular one. And honestly, the higher competitive crowd is going to be playing this, so you might have a little more of a free shot at, you know what I mean?
Also, everybody complains that EA sucks. We get no new content. We get nothing. But every time they come out with something new, it's shit on completely. It's like, today we got basically 4 new legends. I mean, I know there's already Ultimate Chelios, but we got the regular version of them. We got a full new, basically more competitive seasons with all new fucking cards and prizes and stuff for it. There's qualifiers, more reasons to keep playing games, and all everybody does is fucking cry about it. They've done, I think, as much shit as they got this year. They have done a lot of new things that they didn't do before.
Even
we talk about this all the time.
Yeah, the pyramid. They're definitely innovating. They're not keeping it stale. Comp seasons now is like a staple. They added it late last year. It's been all year this year.
I don't know where I'd be without comp seasons.
Yeah.
Getting Division 1 is like the grind, and then it's like, I don't ever feel like playing Division 1.
Right.
But now I feel like I might play it just to try and qualify. But I
actually, speaking of some Div games, I actually was like, you know what, I'm going to play some Div, and I went 6-0 in Division 3. I've never relegated, but I've just never, I kept holding. So I went 6-0 in Division 3, then I lost 2, and then I won my last one to win the title there. So I'm finally in Division 2.
Shout out to Division 2. I don't know, did I say this last time? I don't think I did. I think I was saying it to you, but I relegated out of Division 1 recently in between CS seasons and CS seasons? Competitive CS seasons. That's like going to the ATM machine. But I relegated to Division 2, and then I went 8-0 in Division 2, and I looked at some of the people I played, and it was like, Division 5 people and stuff I was playing somehow. I don't know how that even is possible, but
because it's 3 up, 3 down. I'm pretty sure, and no one, for the most part, the div games like the actual search is pretty dead. I feel like.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, what kind of beer is that?
It's an American Pale Ale. America, god damn it! It's gonna taste like the last 2 beers you had in there. This is
The mango wheat was actually good.
It was.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
It's nothing special, but I thought it was good.
I mean, yeah, I'd probably drink it if it was given to me. Just in that exact. Yeah, 3 Floyds. It's in fucking Hammond, Indiana, or something. If you know where that is, don't go
there all the time.
Don't go there. So yeah, since you said the new sets, we got it's a lot of fucking cards. Not just because some of the cards for the set need cards that aren't in the set.
Right.
These trade deadline Jack Johnsons and Corey Conakers and stuff.
Yeah, which I think those are possible investments as far as making coins. You know.
Yeah, load up on your fucking.
If you lock the price, those are going to get price locked. They're already price locked, I'm sure. But
why don't you boot it up and let's check?
Yeah. For some reason, our internet is down. It'll be back though. Not sure why. How's this?
I don't know.
Well, if mine wasn't so foamy, I'd have tried it by now.
Being a little bitch.
I could just tell that's what you're about to say by how you looked at me. I was like, yeah, I better just try it.
So yeah, we got Jeff Carter.
Since he can't get any upgrades on his own.
Ben Bishop, James Neal, and Marion Gaborik.
That Neal, it's a Penguins card.
Is he the real deal?
It's a Penguins card.
Oh yeah,
that version, because these are like the trade
when they got traded to the teams. Yeah, the theme was the people who made an impact for the team. They were traded to, at a trade deadline. So, yeah, when Jeff Carter, who's a piece of shit, is his like Columbus?
No,
his is when he got traded from Columbus too, and then Bishop was from when he got traded from St. Louis to Tampa.
Yeah, his card is a Tampa card.
Gaborik is LA too, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then James Neal's the Penguins when he went from Dallas to Pittsburgh like 10 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't 10 years ago.
Whatever. It was also, fuck James Neal.
Yeah, I don't.
He's
like
a piece of shit. He's fucking killing it this year. But
yeah, I'm glad he's not playing for Pittsburgh though.
And then we got a Hossa, which could be one of 3 different teams.
I bet Penguins. It's a Penguins card.
Is it?
Yeah, which
because he went Detroit. And then Pittsburgh and back-to-back years.
It was
the other way. Yeah, because he lost both years.
Yeah, but,
lost in the Cup Finals to the other team the second year. He went from whatever. Yeah, so the Hossa. A lot of people I know are probably excited about Hossa. Hossa's one of those guys.
I think it's funny because I guarantee you, Blackhawks fans are like, "Fuck, why is
right.
that?" Yeah,
right.
It's like they make a Hossa card and it's a Penguin.
Right. I mean,
it's not a hot.
Right.
It's not. I'm sure they'll flash back to Hossa. I've been anticipating that one.
But yeah, it's nice to see a Hossa card. It seems like there's a lot of people that like Hossa.
Stacked with synergies.
Yeah. That's another thing. Yeah, the Hossa. I haven't seen the Amante. I assume the Amante has 7 synergies too.
Yeah, I have them both on my team right now. But
the Amante,
try them out.
7 synergies on Hossa and Amante, and 9 on Bork.
Yeah,
that's a lot of synergies, guys. In case you're wondering,
Synergizer.
Yeah, yes. So yeah, I know a lot of people like Hossa, Slovakian fans, and fans of any of the teams he's played on and been good for. Amante probably less so.
Dude, that Amante though, his shooting down the line is 98, 99, 99, 98.
And he's fast?
So, yeah, he's fast. And to top it off, his balance is actually 96, which I was, usually...
I liked Amante last year for a little bit when he had the...
Yeah, his Hut Hero card was solid.
And then...
it was no Shanahan, but...
To top it off, that Master Bork is insane, and the best left-handed defenseman in the game. I don't think it's even... close right now. That's definitely a card that if you get right now, I don't think that it's a card you're going to have to worry about getting rid of the rest of the year. Even if you got all 99s or something, I think he's going to be a card. I always didn't like Bork because of the way he's built. He's like short and not very fast, but a good shooter, and not like a great puck handler, just kind of a weirdly built stat-wise card, even though he's a Bruin. Even though he didn't win the fucking cup with the Bruins. That's what hurt. That's what hurt. You're talking about that. You're talking about these other fans, the Blackhawks fans and stuff, being mad. How about Bruins fans having to stare at the fucking Colorado Avalanche Ray Bork card? That's like all the. That's like the fucking Vancouver Canucks fans being mad at the fucking Canucks Messier because Messier was a really piece of shit Canuck. But yeah, love the new cards. They always do pretty good in the sets. I kind of like the fact that the sets have been different. Like they did the All-Star, we trade them in and got them all back. Right. These ones are all early on
a little more costly. Yeah. And I feel like they did the untradeable versions of everybody going up because of all the everybody doing the All-Star game account set on every account and trading my, hey, I'll let you borrow my Sakic and you give it right back and all that.
Who would do something like that?
Yeah, all that stuff going on. So I feel like that was the reason why, that they made those untradables. Now none of that can happen at all.
And you don't get them back at the end of this one either. You just get your Bork, which
plus a legend.
You get a legend too?
Yeah, that's why that picture had.
Okay. I saw the picture. The Sakic and
you get a legend.
So you could get a Bork and a Bork.
You could.
Bork. That's what dog. That's the sound dogs make. But yeah, that Bork. Early on, I was reading on Reddit that it was untradeable, but it's not. Apparently, it's already there's plenty on the market.
You did it at like 510 somehow. Then yeah, it was untradeable.
All the ones leading up to it are untradeable, though. Correct.
Right.
So they all the first four of them, the Carter, Bishop, Neal, and Gaborik, all take one collectible, and a gold collectible, and then one of these random players. I think they were players that got traded for in the trade, because Carter is Jack Johnson, Ben Bishop is Corey Conacher, we got James Neal as Goligoski, and then Gaborik is Matt Fratton, who Gaborik and Carter ended up going in the same trade. But yeah, so those are all players that got traded for, and then one gold collectible and one of these trade deadline collectibles, which I'm assuming those are probably going for a decent amount right now, tonight, the day it comes out, which is always...
Yeah, they're already, last I checked, they were already dropping down to around 12, 11K for the trade deadline collectibles, and golds are like 8 to 10. If you're patient, you can get them for 8. If you're not, 10.
Unfortunately, I sold 35 of them in the last couple weeks because of upgrades on the team. But I still have a few of them. I'll probably... I don't know if I've really decided. I'm going to have to buy some packs. You're welcome, EA. Buy some packs and assess where I'm at from there. If I can get enough to buy that Bork, I might just buy the Bork and skip doing the collectibles and stuff and all that.
Because one thing I didn't realize is right at 5, I saw the set. I was like, okay, what should I do? And then I went for it real quick to make a Hossa. And made a Hossa, and it was at that time when I realized he was tradable. And then I was like, fuck.
Do you know what a Hossa is?
I kept searching the auction house for him and seeing that there was none up.
We thought he was the first one.
Yeah, and I thought I was going to get the first one up, so I thought I was ahead of the game. I thought I was going to make some coins off him. And then I realized he wasn't tradable. So then I did another Hossa, because you can do it. You can do the Hossa in the Amati set 2 times.
Oh,
but then it gives you the check mark. After you do it the second time, it gives you a check mark, so you cannot do it again.
Why would you do it twice? Oh,
and the reason is so you can keep one
and then trade
one into the Bork.
Okay,
so that's the reason
nice,
why
actually.
they give you 2.
Yeah,
so instead I was kind of thinking, that's why I was like, well, I kind of want this Hossa, so I'm not going to get the Bork. And I kind of did what Slow Motion said, is I kind of like got to a certain point, assessed my coins, and I was like, man, this Bork is going to break me, and I still got spots to fill on the squad. So
right.
So I'm holding off for now. Also, I'm going to get some trade deadline collectibles for cheap.
You know what?
Low.
I can already predict. I have a prediction here. Sometimes we do predictions here on the hutstight podcast, episode 9. My prediction is that no matter what I say tonight, when I go home, I'm going to end up having the Bork on my team. That's an easy prediction. I think that's what's happened. I think that's happened about 4 or 5 other times. Every time there's been a card, I've been like, yeah, maybe I'll get that Crosby, the Outdoor Games Crosby. And then literally 10 minutes after I got home, I had the card in my possession. I don't know if I like that. It was too. It wasn't hoppy enough, but it had kind of like a stale fucking weirdness to it. It wasn't like No, it didn't. It wasn't great. You want to go fruit?
We'll go fruit.
Fruit. It's spelled like Groot.
The Harold and Kumar. Five
Harold and
O's.
Kumi.
5 O's.
4 U's. Shout out to people who remember that. The original Harold and Kumar.
This shit looks like it's like prison hooch.
Prison
You
hooch.
see the color of it?
Prison hooch.
You see the color of it?
Hopefully it's not
It's like
90% alcohol. I'm
you're
falling asleep on the
trash.
futon tonight, boys.
The fruit time.
Let's we go over the fucking Evos that we couldn't remember.
Yeah, well, Evos there's a little more to the Evos this time around too. Not just the players I don't want to talk about, but it's just like I had a team starting today. I had a team. My whole offense was all Evos but one card, and they were just not going for nothing because I just couldn't win any games, so I decided I needed to change. So I started selling them off. No like real high end Evos, but a bunch of like the mid
speculative Evos and Evos that you like playing with, and
all guys that were like going to the playoffs pretty much. So, and I just realized that team was like not worth a lot of coins at all. It felt like it was while I was kind of building it, but man, they were just. So I have a few of them still. I kept my Kopitar because there's people still selling Kopitar for 200, and he's like 3 games away from being a 95. So I don't know. It just seemed and people aren't respecting the Evos enough.
Yeah, I think you definitely. I always make fun of Kopitar as being slow, but if you look at his stats, he's definitely not at slow anymore. Like his base card's slow, but those 95, he's getting to the point where you're not gonna notice his lack of speed, and you're gonna notice how big he is and how strong he is on the puck and all those
and
things.
That shot and just everything. Really, ever since I've had him on my team, he's been my PK1 center. And even with his faceoffs being surprisingly low, I think it's just a combination of his strength and hands because I've been winning faceoffs with him, and I'm not even good at faceoffs. So he's been really solid for me.
This is apparently this is a American Pale Ale with passion fruit, boysenberry, and black currant, 7.6% alcohol. So similar in style to the Space Station, except a lot more fruity. Obviously, they named it fruit.
Yeah, it almost tastes like the same beer, but it has like a.
It definitely has the fruitier. This one has like a plain.
You can taste the fruit, yeah.
Like whatever to it.
I wanted
7.6% alcohol.
By the way, I'm just gonna shout this out in the cast. This is from local brewery here, Summit City Brewer.
This one is too, which we haven't opened that one yet.
Mad Anthony's.
So
so shout out to them. They don't know that we're shouting them out, but they'd appreciate it, I'm sure. And also our other sponsor, Build a Gun Workshop.net.
I got people asking me about it at work. I wear the shirt to work, stuff like that.
Just check it out. Give it a click. It's a piece of cake.
Buy a fucking bump stock.
Yeah.
Don't shoot people. Don't go on mass shootings, but buy the shit that you can do mass shootings with. That's the best endorsement I can give for it. Just make sure that if you needed to, you could do a mass shooting, but don't fucking do it because that's stupid.
So buildagunworkshop.net.
That's fucking terrible. Too soon.
We'll edit that out.
Fucking stay away from schools and shit. But fruit. So yeah.
What I wanted to get, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Is they had it was called a watermelon creamy ale, and it looked very like amber. It looked very amber ale-ish, but it had like a pinkish hue to it, and it looked bomb.
He's like,
it looked so good.
Beer snob.
It looked so good in the picture, but they were out. I was pissed.
The cool thing about this place, Summit City Brewworks, is that they don't, like a lot of places that come out. A lot of places around here, anyways, in the size of city that we're in, that brew their own beers have like Granite City, for instance, is a chain of that. They have like 5 beers that they brew. And like a lot of other places have low amounts. This place has like 50 beers on their thing that they brew all of them there and in Fort Wayne. And they have a few other things too. But the fact that they brew that many beers, like they brew all these fucking beers all the time, and they run out of shit and all the time.
And it doesn't come back. Sometimes.
They don't give a. They're like, it sucks.
Sometimes they just make some shit, and it's like there until they run out of it. And then it's like
depends on how popular. Some of it's popular, or they'll remake it. Yeah.
So I think that's really cool because they innovate, they try new things. So
Yeah, so not only is Hut tight, but support your local breweries if they're good.
Beer's tight.
Beer's tight. Good beer's tight. Also, I mean, I like my Miller Lights and stuff like that too. But sometimes I don't want to drink 30 beers. I want to drink like 2 or 3. Right. So support your local breweries if they're good. If they suck, go tell them they suck. But back to we were on the Evos. I actually took a different approach, which is funny you were saying that because you had an all Evo team basically, and I took a different approach recently. Is I sold off my 2 highest end Evos. I sold off the McKinnon Evo and the Eric Carlson Evo, both who I was speculating on being 99 soon. But I think those both similar kind of players, not physical and like faster. They basically already maxed out on their offensive stats. So, and they're both mid high 90s already, and right. I didn't think that I was going to see their. You all right? Yeah. I didn't think I was going to see their
move the camera.
Their I didn't think I was going to see that their prices go up any higher. I think the demand for them being 3 synergies, and we're getting to the point where some of the team of the weeks are going to have you could find somebody with better synergies with a similarly rated, and then there's a lot more cards with more synergies, so you can kind of fill in the cracks of what you were missing with that one synergy on those Evos. But it's just weird that we're still having Evos come out. Like, we're probably weeks away now from Team of the Year.
Team of the Year has to be, like, next month, right?
Yeah, when we're still releasing Evos that basically have not had a single upgrade, or a Ruby upgrade or Eyes upgrade is the only ones they've had. Right. The Horvats and Tkachuks and stuff like that. So I don't know how much longer we're going to see. Like, you think they're going to be releasing Evos the week that Team of the Year is coming out? I don't think that's even like. I doubt it. Well, it's just this is the first time anyone's experienced this, because in years past it's been all the month of November, and then that's it. You have those guys, or you don't have them, or you buy them and sell them throughout the year. This is, that's 3 months ago at this point, where we've been done for this for a while.
Which do you like better now that, because we're pretty much done experiencing the Evo drop? I'm pretty right. You know what I'm saying?
I actually like the Evos. I like the weekly thing, how they had it set up. I like the kind of every day is a different set type thing. But I kind of miss the November thing, because it's everything dropping in November is cool.
It was cool
because it's early in the year, and you're getting everybody at basically their base. Put that bullshit down. Like, wave my ass in front of the camera.
They've just been going so hard lately.
Do you want to check out? Should we need to check out the standings real quick,
dude? You know what though? I'm hyped because
we're both good. We're both good again.
Yeah.
If you don't know, we're gonna be talking shit.
There's been a few, because the last time the Penguins played the Bruins in the playoffs, I knew we were gonna get fucking crushed. Because
did you guys get swept that time?
Yeah, because I knew that the Penguins sucked. Like, I just knew. Like, there was
he's always known that.
There was so many years of the playoffs there when Bylsma was still the coach, where I just knew, like, we'd go to the playoffs and I would have the attitude, like, it doesn't matter, we're gonna get beat in the first round. I would say shit like that. And the first year we won the cup there, I just knew it. I was saying it the whole time.
So fuck the Penguins. But anyways, so yeah, the last couple weeks we got some probably mostly young guys and stuff like that. We had an all finish one last week on Evos, and all like kind of younger players this week. It's mostly just players that people probably like fan favorite type guys,
was and highly anticipated.
Well, I don't think that anyone anticipated that Barzal would have the kind of season he is. I think he's like far and away the rookie of the year right now, except for Brock Besser.
They almost like, I don't want to say they gave him like too high of a boost with the Ruby card, but it's just like, leave the kid some room to upgrade. At this point he's like the same. I mean, if you had a rookie on your team that was putting up fucking over a point a game, you'd be ready for a fucking tight ass card from him too. I think it's cool because there's not many of them. Like him and Besser are the only guys that are that young that have that high of fucking cards. That Ruby Brock Besser though, I fucking love that card. That's the two to find
shooting. You know
what's funny is we're getting a little more of that now.
Yeah, we're getting a couple extra
cards, like even Oshie. He's got 2 to dangles.
Yeah, we definitely got some cards like that. You're gonna get some 2 to plus.
It's a little foreshadowing of what we're gonna kind of come to see the team of the years have. Like, thinking back to last year, there was a lot of them that would have like 3 to a player synergy. So you need like one other person to get it active, or
Yeah.
Or you end up having like 6 to it with 2.
Yeah, especially if these Team of the Years end up with like whatever like 12 synergy points or whatever it was last year or something.
Yeah,
like
they were insane last year. They had 5 different synergies and like 2 to 3 to each of them.
Yeah, so you're gonna have an easy time getting. I think the team synergies are gonna end up where you're gonna basically have all 5 of them.
Whether you like it or not.
Right, it's going to be happening. But the other thing is you're going to have to mix and match who you're, if you got 3 to your clutch player or whatever, you got to mix and match that other one guy with the one to it.
Right. See, even last year, the one thing to note too is last year the team synergies only required 8 points at the most, and some of them 6. Like Cycle Game and It's a Trap was only 6 points. The rest were 8.
It seems like so long ago.
Yeah, until S2 came out and like X-Ray was 10, X-Ray Vision, but still like this year all of them are 10. So
and there's also I was pointing out to you last night that some of these Team of the Weeks, these bronze and silver ones, have +3s to some of these synergies. Yeah. And it's so weird. So I think we're going to end up seeing that too. I think
these Team of the Years are going to be stacked.
That's sure. I would just wait for these prime times. Like they're going to come out with a prime time where somebody dangles the shit out of somebody, and they're going to get +3 to dangle zone here. Like probably in not too long. I bet they do that right before Team of the Year comes out. They up the synergies again, like they just did, which I believe we predicted here. Easily predictable though.
Right.
They went from 1 to 2, and then obviously they were going to go to 3.
They did it last year,
and then the flashbacks went up again too. So. Watch out for that, too.
So these choice packs, though.
I haven't experienced this. I just got off work and headed right over here very safely with my safety glasses on. In case my supervisors from work are watching this, don't fire me.
So basically how it works, I opened a couple of them, and both of them were not bad. So and I'm gonna spin this topic right into our next topic. But my second, you can only buy 2 of these choice packs. And
how much are they?
1,000 or 100,000, 50,000. They're like the middle pack.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
What is that? How many coins is that?
It's 50,000 coins.
Oh,
points is it's 1,000 points.
Okay,
I forget.
So it's like a $10 pack.
Sure, I just
like a $10 pack or something like that. Yeah,
I just bought.
Don't worry about it. It's Friday.
I didn't
it's Friday. You just got paid. Don't worry about whatever people on Reddit are saying. Don't buy this shit. Fucking.
So in my first one was just like So I was like, I'll try this again. We'll see. Ripped the second one, and in my last choice, it seemed like it was the same through both packs, but in my last choices where I had the 2 guaranteed 87 pluses that it says, and I actually got a Ruby Crosby. And just to throw it out there,
we gave one of those Crosbys away.
Yeah.
I pulled one last night.
Yeah, we have a little stack here of like 8 cards that we're going to be putting up on the market. We'll get into that here in a second. But the guy that got... Because the giveaway we did for the cards, some dude fucking scammed me.
It was a fucking mess.
Yeah, it really
somebody scammed him for, whatever.
The Xbox card.
The Xbox card got scammed out of, so somebody made a fake account and messaged you with the letters switch, and he sent him the Xbox card. So somebody scammed us out of $25.
Right.
Doll hairs. So whatever.
We gave the Crosby to the guy that was supposed to win. And then try to make it right with him.
We still have an ongoing issue with the PlayStation cards for some reason too.
We're working on those. We're gonna try to get a refund actually. So
whatever, we're gonna figure this out. But so hopefully we made it right a little bit with the Xbox guy. So we gave a Ruby Crosby away to him, which isn't. I mean, it's not worth a ton, but that's a pretty highly rated card.
I would say they might go up though. I mean, because as of right now, you can't pull them anymore.
The Rubies?
Yeah.
They still have the sets though, right? The sets are still on there.
Okay.
Because the sets are still going till
That's true. The set is still there, but really, who's doing the sets?
Right.
It's kind of expensive.
Yeah, at this point, there's only a hand. It's like the ice cards. There's only really a handful of them that are high enough that you would even want to pull.
Even like the Tavares at 95 is like not that expensive.
Right.
I saw some of very cheap.
Then there's that Marchand, but really it's the McKinnon, the Burns,
and the Kucherov.
The Kucherov.
Like really,
like some of these guys got downgrades, Stamkos, and all that. But there's some of those cards I like. The Mark Stone can't leave my fourth line at this point. But so the Ruby card is still active as they were 2 weeks ago. Hit the fucking dog. Yeah. You hear the pupper Borkin?
Yeah,
he's very Borkin over there.
So basically, what we're gonna do with these. This is kind of a very loose. We don't want to use the term giveaway, but it's not necessarily a trade day either. So just listen up.
It's a trade away.
It's a trade away. There you go.
Give a trade.
It's a trade away.
Give a trade. Right.
So basically, we have listen up closely to the list because we don't have a visual. So we have a Ruby Crosby, an EVO Tkachuk, a Ruby Tuesday, EVO Horvat. I know it's kind of a low end card, but you Canuck fans out there, I'm sure, could want one.
If you even want a Bruins fan to give it to you.
We got an All-Star Game Bork, a Ruby Lundqvist, and a Ruby Panarin. And
I think there's probably a couple more cards. We experienced a Wi-Fi shortage here, and we couldn't actually check the exact list.
But so that's the one, the best ones.
I'll even say this tonight. I'm gonna go home and probably open some packs. So if I pull a few things that I end up putting in this list too, they'll be on there. I think the best thing to do would probably be if you want to make a little video here in the next couple of days or something. If you ever check the the YouTube out. He's the one that makes the little in between videos, the pack openings and stuff like that. So there might be a video coming up or something with the full list of them, but I think we're going to list them for all the same price. What is that, $99K?
We're going to put them up at $99K with no buy it now. So start price $99K for 3 days. And basically what we want you guys to do is, if you want this card, we want you to send us a very unique trade, that you can tell us, hey, I sent you these specific cards.
Somebody send me 4 base Mike Greens.
so we know that it's you.
And if you watched 41 minutes into this and you saw that I said send me 4 Mike Greens, right, and then you're probably getting the card.
Right. But, and then maybe just send us a comment or email us at hutstight@gmail. Let us know why you want the card, man, because we don't want to give these cards to guys that have stacked teams and have 6 million K sitting in the bank. Yeah. We want these cards to go to guys that need them and are going to put them on their team, or even if you got to sell it to buy 3 players, Yeah,
if you got an all base card team or something, still ice cards. See, my thing is that I don't mind giving these away because I give cards away. I gave cards away to Ross the Boss. I gave cards away to our buddy here when he started playing. Anything to help people out I think is cool, especially if it's something where I have the ability to, it's not liquid, but millions of coins worth of cards basically at any time, and collectibles and all that. And these cards aren't, they don't mean anything to me, but sometimes a card, a Ruby Crosby could be somebody's best card, or if they sell it for 80K, they could stack up on it. So yeah, look out for that.
So $99K, team name is hutstight. So it's easy to find. $99K start price, team name hutstight. XBoxOne, sorry, XBoxOne only.
I got a PlayStation 3.
Thank you.
You want to put? They still sell NHL 18 on PlayStation 3?
I don't even know.
I could go play that. I'm gonna buy a Nintendo Switch to have it on that. I'm gonna have a fucking Huts. Never. But
who's your goalie?
Oh boy. So
this is the question of the week every week.
I love the goalies because if you don't know, if this is your first episode you've watched, where the fuck have you been? And also click the thing right there where it says the name hutstight, and then go back and watch the other 8, and we'll wait for you. Pause this one and go back. But I don't remember who my goalie was 2 weeks ago. Was it Ben Bishop on the Ruby one, or the Ruby had just came out that night, and we talked about Ben Bishop.
Right.
I don't believe that I had Ben Bishop. I think it was still the Mark.
Let's hear the last 2 weeks.
I do believe that the flashback Fleury was my goalie back then, because I still had him up until a few days ago.
I think you're using Rena. You're using Pecorino.
I flipped back and forth because I still had the.
Well, the last time we talked.
Okay.
The last time I asked you who's your goalie, you said Pecorino.
I had a flashback Fleury and a Pecorino Evo, which I had a couple of.
I'm gonna crack one of these boys. Unless we're gonna get in that Matt Anthony's.
Yeah, I mean, I have more of them. I can drink when I get home. It's not a big deal. Drink whatever you want.
Well, then I'll open that up for me.
But so yeah, whatever. Regardless of who I was using, I believe the night that I left here on the last podcast, episode 8. That's a double IPA. You're gonna hate it.
Mosaic Moon, really?
Mosaic. Yeah, it's gonna be hoppy as fuck.
Double IPA.
Double IPA, a dippa, if you will.
Oh yeah, it's over here like this.
He just got drunk from fucking smelling it. Yeah, it's hopping. That was hops. Yeah. I hear they recently added more hops. Anybody know what that is? Greatest movie of all time. So yeah, 2 weeks ago, Evo Rene and Flashback Flurry were kind of flipping around the team. And then I put the Ben Bishop Ruby card, which I highly recommend. The only thing I don't like about him is his synergies suck. And they added absolutely nothing to my team.
What are his synergies?
It's like 2 to TN and 1 to S or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
Those are Thread the Needle
good.
and Silky Smooth.
It's good for, like,
if you're only activating those 2 or, whatever. But I have all 5 team synergies activated and, some player synergies. So I can't really afford to go 15 on 4 different ones,
and 21 to Silky Smooth.
Right. Which I think I have like 18 right now. So Ben Bishop actually led me on the 8-game winning streak through Division 2. And some of that was probably playing people who are worse than me, honestly, and some of it was he's just actually a really good goalie. I think he's the right combination of size, and I feel like some of these goalies are too fast and too agile, and that's why they let in these fucking like floaters from the point and shit off the rush. But so I just recently switched to the Ruby Connor Hellbuck, which I've played 0 games with, so I'm sure I'll hate him too, like every other goalie that I've had in the league. How about you? What are you using?
Well, I have Carter Hart as my starter still.
Do you want to tell your story about Carter Hart?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell just a couple quick stories. Pun there.
I get it. Haha.
My backup goalie is EVO Quick. And the other night when I was trying to grind out at the end of comp seasons, I beat this dude 7-5. It was just a shootout. And I had switched and played Quick a couple games. And he had 10 shots on goal. And had 5 goals. So right after that, I put Carter Hart back in. I played him. I've been bragging about how tight Carter Hart was, and I
think the worst part of the night was
I quit. Honestly, I quit the game. I was like, all right, you got it, and I backed out.
I think
I'm done.
I think normally we try to have like a certain level of non-disrespect during those games because we play a lot of games, and like you know the record. If you're familiar with this podcast, you know the record. I usually beat him like almost all the time. I try not to be like disrespectful or anything because it's just a game and I don't really care that much. And I know how I know how bad it sucks to lose like that too. When you feel like you're playing good and you play somebody and lose. But it got kind of quiet towards the end of the game. I know when he's losing, he doesn't like to talk. But then the game was over and it was quiet for a minute, and I just said, "Carter Hart sucks." And he said, "Okay." And then, it was the end of the night, so we got off there anyways. I think that was before, like, today. It was, like, the last time I talked to you. It was, like, a week ago. This dude didn't want to talk to me all week because I told him Carter Hart sucks.
It was just pissing me off because, dude,
I'm just tight as fuck at this game.
Carter Hart's quickness and agility is 97 each. I don't know if I've said that. And I swear to God, I'm going to start, matter of fact, coming soon, highlight reel Carter Hart is coming on the YouTube channel. Coming soon.
Coming on the YouTube channel.
But,
what do you mean, like, coming? Another one from the same movie. 2 super bad references in one.
So, coming soon. Look for it soon here on the channel.
With your eyeballs. Sorry to you minors that might be watching this.
But I'm telling you guys, he gets post to post on those cross creases so nicely.
I think sometimes
I know
too quick.
No. Literally all his goals were goals that I felt like I was stopping. He was coming straight down in the slot, in between the circles, and just going one way, shooting at the post the other, and he was just sniping everyone.
We're going to turn this into an argument, but if you let me into the slot, guess what's happening, boys?
Yeah, I mean, I know. I was trying to prevent it. It's just,
It's hard. When you face a player of my caliber.
Well, sometimes you feel like you are in that lane and you just don't block it.
Goalies suck in this game is the point.
Yeah,
and from game to game, you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you can have your shutout like you had last night. You had a 1-0 shutout, I believe, with Carter Hart.
Yeah.
And then some games you fucking suck.
The guy I was playing had fucking Carter Hart in goal. So it just goes to show you the game was 1-0.
This game's crazy.
Final score.
And sometimes it's like a real hockey game. Sometimes it's a shootout. And sometimes, like tonight, for instance, in the real NHL, the Philadelphia Flyers played the Columbus Blue Jackets. I believe they had the highest total on the night. It was 6.5 was the over under, and the game was 2-1 shootout or 2-1 in overtime. So they didn't come anywhere close to it. That shit happens in the game too. So just realize that goalies suck, and
find one that you're comfortable with and that has synergies you need for your squad,
and be ready to get rid of them a week later.
Yeah, and that's about it. Definitely look for these cards though. I want to make sure some people get them that need them. So this video, we're taping this right now. It's Friday night late, so like Saturday morning.
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in the morning Saturday right
Saturday
now.
a.m.
February 17th, in case you're wondering what fucking planet we're on.
As soon as my internet gets back up here, we're gonna post them for 3 days. So what? Sunday, Monday, some like Tuesday night, we'll be giving them away. So comment on the video. Subscribe. You don't have. There's no stipulations here. Subscribe to the channel if you think Hut's tight like we do. Give us a like on the video. We'd appreciate it. And definitely comment below, because we're not just going to pick someone at random. I really want these cards to go to someone that's going to use them. I know some of them are a little lower end. Some of them are kind of cool cards. A couple EVOs in there and stuff, but we got like a Ruby Crosby, a couple EVOs. Just
if you want to scam us for a fucking card, you're in a quick sell. You're a piece of shit. So
yeah.
I mean,
we're trying to give these some players that actually want them. Like maybe some people that play this game are like 13 and don't have a job and would literally cry because we gave them a Sidney Crosby. We're looking for people like that, So
if you want to post a video of you crying, just cry and tell us how much you love Sidney Crosby. I'll give you all these fucking cards. You can have any card you want to. If you want to cry about fucking whatever one of these cards, and if I don't have the card, I'll probably buy it for you. If you're gonna cry, post a video, fucking somehow tag us in it on Facebook or something. Even though I don't have Facebook right now, but cry about these cards.
Speaking of Facebook, we also have a Hut's Tight on Facebook. Hut's Tight page. I know some people have gone and liked it.
Not enough, you motherfuckers.
But check
Go
that
like
out.
it.
Coming soon on there. We're gonna have just the audio to all of our podcasts. I'm gonna figure out. I already kind of know how to do it. I just need to get all the files so we can get that going. So the audio to these will be posted on our Facebook once we get it going. And do we have anything else going on?
Go fuck yourself. No, I don't know. I was actually gonna look for a
HUDDB.
I'm looking, since we don't have the internet. Usually we use the Xbox here to go on the thing to roast someone's team.
We gotta roast a team. I mean, we're at 52 minutes, but we can go to 56.
You guys can eat a fucking dick, bud.
What do you think of this, Matt Anthony's?
I haven't tasted it. Did I taste it?
You had to have.
I only poured like that much in it. I feel like it's not hoppy enough for being
a double, a double.
I'm looking for my double IPAs. In case you guys are wondering, I'm looking for my double IPAs to fucking smack me in the face and get me fucking. But I mean, that could be a good thing. I guess it's not very hoppy, which means it's a little more drinkable.
I don't think it's like
it's like drinkable.
It's not like so hoppy where I wouldn't like it.
I like my double IPAs to be like undrinkably, like gross. Like I want it to be like, ugh.
Sounds fucking
I want it to be like, ugh. What is this? Like drinking some mint. I can't find a fucking good team here. Here, rate my team and recommend some new players. In case you're, it's only game 112. Posted this on Reddit. So shout out to you from in Russia.
We're roasting.
It's only game.
It's only game.
All right, we got first.
Fuck that bitch. It's Russia.
First line. Fucking yeah, that's Bert Kreischer.
Oh boy.
First line: Crosby, Ovechkin, and
the helper of the night, Bure.
Pavel Bure. Is that how you say it? So yeah, it's a helper of the night, Bure.
See, like someone like this, he could probably use a few of these cards.
He could probably use a complete team overhaul. Honestly,
yeah, I mean, his team.
This is roast your team, son. We're not being nice to this motherfucker. First of all, what does this Bure have that the other one doesn't have, other than different synergies? It's exactly the same, right? Exactly the same, but the synergies are different.
Right.
With +2 to Breakout Master. If you don't have Breakout Master, fucking. I guess he probably does.
Dude, don't scroll down. You're gonna fucking see his goalie.
No, I didn't see it.
That's my favorite part of
I was trying to see. He has Breakout Master, so I guess that makes sense. Second line.
Okay, I completely take back all of my roasts on this guy because I have complete respect for that that third line.
The third line is
that is just respect.
The third line is like
respect.
December, amazing. This is an amazing December line.
But we're on line 2 though.
The line 2 is a Christmas
Christmas. Ice Stammer.
Ice Stamkos, which is a great card, by the way. If you guys are looking for
a cheap 94 banger
offense, even if you're just the bottom 6 guy.
I saw one for $23K. I was about to buy one.
Right-handed.
I was debating between him or the Ruby.
And even if you're on a cheap, like free to build team, does buildagunworkshop.net, our buddy, does Double R have him on his team still?
He did. He just did his complete team overhaul.
I was gonna say,
he's got him now. He's got the Ruby Obi.
Roby. Highly recommend the Ultimate Legend Ovechkin, by the way. At his price is like half the price of cards that are a little higher than him, but his synergies are amazing.
I didn't love him for some reason, but I'm not out of all the right-handed guys I've tried out like base Obi when he was relevant, Ice Obi, but he was never relevant. He was like a 4th line guy when I tried him out, and I've tried Ultimate Ovi. I don't know. I just couldn't get him going like I wanted. Didn't like him. Ice Stamkos is probably the best right-handed guy I've used.
Fuck with that. If you haven't fucked with it,
or Bossy. I loved Bossy.
I think the Ice Stamkos is I've said this before. We talked about it. I think Ice Stamkos is the best combination of. I feel like Bossy's got the wiggle and the wrist shot. He'll get into those spots, and he's not very physical, but he can get in those spots and snipe it. But Stamkos has the
dish over a 1T.
Stamkos has a little bit of that, but he also has that little bit of that big guy one-timer Ovechkin type thing too. Just overall a great guy. And then he's got a little Team of the Week Kucherov over there or something, a 93 overall one.
Yeah, I think that's the one with rocket skates, which would make sense.
Yeah, one to rocket skates, that tells you how long that Kucherov's been getting upgrades. Yeah, that dude was a fucking 93,
97
before.
As of today.
Yeah.
Third line
is
respect.
This is a line too. If you want not a line also, if you guys want a fucking cheap line, none of these guys are expensive.
You can get that for like. We'll go $70K.
Yeah,
I literally just tonight bought a Legend Sakic for $18K and a Legend Madonna for $16K, and I know Bossy is like in the 30-some range.
So right now I have a 4th line.
What's the line though?
The line is these are all the original Legend cards, obviously.
Base Legend.
Mike Bossy, Sakic at center, and Mike Modano on the Modano. Might be hitting Madonna on the way home.
I'm gonna go with
Big Mac.
Uber home.
Stick my dick in a Big Mac.
That's too much bread. too much bread.
It's like if you eat it's fine, but for fucking, it's not. Anyways, my 4th line right now consists of 2/3 of this line. The Sakic Madonna combo is amazing.
Yeah, they're inseparable.
I got rid of Legend Sakic to get the All-Star Game Sakic, and for some reason could never. He Messier'd me. I don't know if you guys know the story, but I had the Ultimate Legend Messier. I played like 400 games with him, and he had 0 points somehow. But I just could never get him going.
400 games.
Yeah. So the Sakic was the same way.
He was his first line center too.
Very few.
Shit.
Very few. Points coming from that Sakic, so I didn't have a Sakic for a little while. Went back to the original Sakic on my. Sorry, I got really distracted by this 4th line.
Pool party.
I got distracted by this.
Gagler.
This guy is obviously a Oilers fan, or else why would else he have Sam Gagner flashback? Obviously, Ice Connor McDavid and. Jesse Puljujarvi.
Ice Dog David.
Jesse Puljujarvi.
Alright, let's hit that defense, and then we can guess goalie. That's my favorite part.
We got Ice Carlson and All-Star Game Ray Bork. That Ray Bork has a great shot, but I think the rest of the stats kind of suck.
All 99ers. You just cheated.
I swear to God I didn't see it.
Okay.
I'm purposely not looking at it. I don't want to cheat. The Seth Jones Ruby card, by the way, we haven't mentioned that.
It looks tight.
It's I haven't used it, but it's cheap. And he's a 92, and a lot of his stats are in the 90s and high, and he's a big physical defenseman.
EVO soon. There actually was some speculation. I don't know if they were just being racist or if they're being
all
serious.
black, all black Evos.
Yeah, they were saying for Black History Month, like because there's like Bufflin, Seth Jones, Wayne Simmons, Dumba, and
all right-handed. By the way, that's weird.
I don't remember the other one. I know they were saying like Malcolm Subban, but what's the fucking point? Fleury doesn't even have one.
So Ruby, Seth Jones, and Legend Gonchar. Gonchar is a great card. I just re-added it to my third pair.
Me too.